Okay, welcome to Weapon Analysis. The thing I do where I take a random weapon from Destiny, mostly exotics, and discuss them, what they're good for, what they're not good for. I'm so fucking tired right now. Yeah, I can never seem to get enough sleep. But anyway, today we are talking about the huckleberry. Or as I like to call it, the shitberry. Because as you're gonna see from the footage, this weapon is horrible. It is horrible. I don't think, right off the bat, I'm just gonna say this, you can just consider this a review. I don't think this thing is useful for any situation other than regular exploration. But we're gonna get into why in a moment now. Let's talk about overall. I think we should start with the aesthetics. Now, this is gonna be a shorter video because I don't want to spend like 8 minutes complaining. But first off, I guess we could start with the pros of it. It looks cool. That's it. It looks cool. But essentially, it's just an overhauled SMG with fancy gold and silver on it. That's all there is to it when it comes to the pros. Now, let's get into overall what this is. This is an SMG that looks really nice. There it is. It looks nice. And, God, it's too hot in my room. And, yeah, fuck, I can't speak. Anyway, that's a 30-round capacity drum, or cylinder thing. I have no idea what that spinny thing is on top that you reload with. It has an overall high recoil, fast rate of fire, contains 30 rounds. Not sure if I already said that. And is good for nothing. I think the starting SMG, the first SMG you get when you start up the game and you lose your light and all that shit, I think that SMG is better than this. I would rather use that SMG in Crucible than this thing. Now I have Crucible footage because I just wanted to showcase how bad this thing is. Because regular PvE, anything looks good. Anything looks good in PvE. What was that one shitty weapon? Hand cannon. The steady hand. Yeah, that thing that was called the steady hand but wasn't steady at all, was unusable. Yeah, I think I would take that thing over this weapon. And that's not even exotic. It doesn't have some fancy feature that makes it good. Like, hence why they're called exotics. But what is bad about it? Well, first off, that damn sight. Now, I don't mind red dot sights. I actually like red dot sights. They're my favorite type of sight. But that's not the problem. It's that fancy deco. If you ask me, it's just over the top. Now, of course, I like over the top. For example, my favorite exotic weapon in this game is the fucking thing. It's the minigun. I'm just gonna call it the minigun because I can't think of its name right off the top of my head because I'm fucking tired. I'm running off 3 rock stars right now worth of energy, which is not a lot when you consider the fact that I've already been up all night. Now, other than that, what else is bad about it? The recoil. Oh, don't even get me started on recoil. Now, the recoil, you could debate, is fine because if you can control it, yeah, you're going to do damage. If you're getting headshots, which if you're the average player, you're not. Oh, and seeing as how you just saw me aim down sights with that, with the huckleberry, may I add how overly large the red dot sight is? Why does it need to be so big? I spend most of my time trying to line up the damn dot. If the sight was just a bit smaller, it would be a lot better. But back to the recoil. Now, the recoil is uncontrollable in my opinion. I'm struggling to get hits in this footage. Now, mind you, these are moving targets, and SMGs aren't exactly meant for long-range combat. You're supposed to be up close and personal. But on the map I'm on right now, which is Midtown, it should be fairly easy to hit someone from mid-range with an SMG, which is what 9% of the combat in Crucible is. Very rarely are you doing long-range shots. It's mid to short-range in Crucible. It is unfucking usable because of the damn recoil. Now, as you're gonna see if I talk long enough, in the footage, I got a few headshots on a guy, and nearly killed him. Just with a few bullets. So the headshot damage for this gun, it's good. I guess you could consider that a positive, but you are gonna not be able to control the recoil with this thing, the minigun, a fucking minigun, has less recoil than this. Now, I know what you're thinking. There must be some exotic armor piece across the board that makes it good, right? No. No exotic armor piece for any of the classes that I know of helps with the recoil, helps with its performance, helps with its damage output. Nothing. Like, now to be fair, there is one SMG related armor exotic for a Titan. Now, I'm not sure if there's one for a Warlock or Hunter. I haven't seen one for Hunter or for Warlock. But essentially, it's a leg armor piece. Has a magazine sticking outside. When you holster an SMG, it reloads it after like 5 seconds. If you can do that, theoretically, if you have another SMG with you, one energy, one kinetic, you can essentially fire forever. Which does help. Having 2 SMGs on hand, and one of them being exotic, pretty good. But the problem is, it's for Titans only. Unlike with the minigun, where I could justify you having it if you were a different class other than a Titan, I can't for this thing, because there's no armor pieces that will justify having this thing. And it's the kinetic slot too, which is your main weapon. I don't know a lot of people who use their energy weapons as their main weapon. That's the problem. SMGs are supposed to be secondary. By no means are you supposed to use a fucking SMG as your main weapon. That's like asking to get shot and gunned down by a sniper. You're just begging for it. 1 second. 4th Rockstar. I'm probably gonna die of a heart attack. But, yikes. This thing is atrocious. I can't justify you having it if you're not a Titan and you don't have that armor exotic. Now, what are the stats? Surely the stats must make up for the shitty recoil. Or maybe its ability. Let's start with the stats first, because that's what I started talking about first. The stats are below fucking average. Now, to give it the benefit of the doubt, it's an exotic. So, surely it must have some crazy ability that justifies low stats that make it worth using, right? Right? No. You want to know what it is? It is essentially the Crimson's ability. Which is, if you get kills with it, now slightly modified because with the Crimson you need to get headshots. But with this piece of shit, you get kills in general, it reloads the weapon. A portion of it. I'm not sure how much of the weapon, because I couldn't get a single damn kill with this gun in a whole Crucible match. All my kills were from assists. But, yeah, I guess. Theoretically speaking, you could fire forever so long as you're picking up ammo and getting kills. But, I don't know how often you're gonna be getting fucking kills with this thing. Is the most useless exotic I have ever seen. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, there has to be some game mode it's good for. No, I have to stop you right there. There is no game mode it's good for. Okay, game modes then. Because I had to pause the video to add more footage because I'm stupid and didn't get anything outside of the Crucible footage. And I lied and said this was going to be a shorter weapon analysis. Whatever. Well, you saw in Crucible it is garbage. Now, mind you, I'm not that good in Crucible. I get an average of 10 kills on Crucible, plus the usual 2 or 3 assists I get per Crucible game. So, I get usually around 13 kills a game on average. Pretty decent average for the average player. I got 5 kills with this thing. They were all assists, so Crucible's out the fucking window. What about strikes? Well, if you want to do frick all damage to the strike boss, then sure, use this weapon. If you want to waste your teammates' time, use this fucking weapon. I can't recommend it for fucking strikes. Now, had this been an energy weapon, and that cylinder contained lasers and not bullets, I could justify having this, because 30 rounds on hand, who cares about the recoil? You just need some shots off to stun the enemy so you can reload your main weapon. Or maybe to save your ass in a close quarters situation? Yes, but unless you use your energy weapon as your primary weapon, I can't recommend this. I really can't. Not even for strikes? Hell, the Traveler's Chosen would be better for strikes than this thing. And that weapon's fucking destroyed. Where do I begin with fucking Leviathan? Where do I begin with raids? Well, same thing kind of applies. My long pause should tell you everything. Yeah, same thing. I can't think of a single part in the raid where this would be useful. I can't begin to fathom the idea of using this thing in Leviathan. You'd be better off taking a stick, duct taping a rock to it, and wrapping firecrackers around it. That would do more damage than this gun and be more useful. At least you could use it as a distraction. Now, it's gotta have some redeeming qualities for usual, like, PvE exploration, right? Right? No. Like, if it's not useful in strikes, if it's not useful in the raid, if it's not useful in fucking Crucible, then, oh boy, PvE. Forget about it. You're not gonna get enough kills with this gun. There's nothing that justifies this weapon. It looks cool. I'll give it that. It fucking looks cool. It looks like something only a proper Sir would use. But we're Guardians. We're not proper Sir. This weapon looks fucking ridiculous by Guardian standards. Oh boy. Now, if I had this gun in real life, yeah, I would hang it up on my wall. Yeah, I would talk about the craftsmanship being top quality and how the gold and silver is only the finest from the most purest planet in the world. Yeah, but that's the thing. Unless you just want a gun that looks cool, then go ahead. I'm not stopping you. But for the love of God, don't actually use it. Get yourself an SMG that can do actual damage. I recommend the New City more than this thing. And yes, the New City is my favorite SMG. I recommend that over this. Overall, it was a complete waste of an exotic space. Bungie, get your head out of your fucking ass. Exotics are supposed to be the top tier weapons. Not something that a YouTuber with 118 subscribers shits on. Get your head out of your ass. Forsaken better have better exotics than this piece of shit. Well, if I'm gonna end the video here before I complain any more about this piece of shit. Overall, let me know what you think of the Huckleberry in the comments below. Don't use this gun. Demon Knight signing off. Peace out, motherfuckers.